From lyrical battles that ended careers and forced rappers to abandon hip-hop altogether, to artists destroying their idols' legacies along with their egos, the game has seen it all. Some have even gone as far as framing fellow rappers just to get them locked up. These are the rappers who destroyed the careers of their fellow MCs. Starting with the rapper most hip-hop artists fear beefing with, the rap god himself, but Benzino learned the hard way. Back in 2002, Eminem was one of the hottest rappers in the game, but Benzino wasn't buying into the hype. He claimed Eminem's success was due to his skin color, calling him a culture vulture who didn't have to struggle like black rappers to reach the same heights. At the time, Benzino was part of the rap group The Almighty RSO and co-owned The Source magazine, which held major influence in hip-hop. However, that influence took a hit when Eminem started taking shots. The tension escalated after The Source gave Eminem's album, The Eminem Show, a 4 out of 5 rating despite its massive success. Meanwhile, Benzino's own mediocre projects were receiving perfect scores, making it clear he had a hand in the biased reviews. Benzino then dropped 2 diss tracks, Pull Your Skirt Up and Die Another Day, accusing Eminem of being a fake gangster and an industry plant. That was his first mistake. Eminem responded with The Sauce and Nail in the Coffin, 2 brutal diss tracks that are still regarded as some of his best to this day. He completely destroyed Benzino on those tracks. With a rap battle lost, Benzino turned to the media, repeatedly calling Eminem a culture vulture and racist in interviews. But his final move backfired completely. In an attempt to bury Eminem, he leaked an old tape where a young Eminem was heard using racial slurs against black women. Instead of ending Eminem's career, the move blew up in Benzino's face. Eminem immediately addressed the controversy, explaining that he was a heartbroken teenager when he recorded the tape in 1988 after a bad breakup with a black girlfriend. He later sued The Source for leaking it and won, forcing the magazine to cover his legal fees. This single-handedly destroyed The Source's credibility. Shortly after, Benzino was fired from The Source. His career continued its downward spiral, and Eminem remained on top as the beef seemed to have fizzled out. But in 2024, he hit a breaking point. In an emotional moment on the Drink Champs podcast, he broke down in tears, admitting he was tired of people only associating him with Eminem. His entire reputation had been reduced to that feud, exposing just how much Eminem had destroyed his career. One of the things that upset Eminem the most during his battle against Benzino was the mention of his daughter in one of Benzino's songs, something Machine Gun Kelly failed to research before making the same mistake. In 2012, MGK tweeted about Haley, calling her hot as f*** despite being 21 while she was just 16. Though unsettling, Eminem ignored it. However, MGK later claimed that Eminem blackballed him from Shade 45 and blocked his music from being aired through his industry connections because of the tweet. Still, Eminem remained silent. In 2018, MGK decided to take things even further, taking shots at M on Tech Nine's No Reason. He rapped, "Look, it's only one option. You gon' need a doctor. I ain't talking about the one from Compton," referencing Eminem's song I Need a Doctor with Dr. Dre. Since Dre is from Compton, MGK was implying that this time, EM needed someone even bigger than Dre to help him out. He continued, "Popped in on the top charts out the cop car. To remind y'all you just rap, you're not gods," once again referencing another song, Rap God, where Eminem referred to himself as the god of rap. This time, Eminem responded. On his Kamikaze album, he called out MGK for the sneak diss and questioned why he had to take shots at him on a feature. MGK took Eminem's advice and 3 days later, responded with a full diss track, Rap Devil, challenging him even more, that if he is the rap god, then let him face off with the Rap Devil. At that point, MGK didn't realize he had made a huge mistake that could cost him his rap career. Eminem responded again, this time with Killshot, a song that broke YouTube records, racking up almost 40 million views in 24 hours. On this track, M predicted exactly what would happen to MGK. He rapped, "Kelly, they will be putting your name next to Ja, next to Benzino, die like the last saying Haley in vain." Just as the track's name suggested, MGK's rap career took a fatal hit, and it never recovered. He failed to respond, and his Binge EP, released just weeks after the beef, flopped heavily, selling only 21,000 copies in its first week. The rapper was taking L after L. He released one more project before quitting rap for good and decided to transition into rock music, where he actually found success, reaching levels he had failed to achieve in hip-hop. In the end, it only proved that M was the true rap god, even showing MGK where he truly belonged. But another rapper who got showed where she belonged after facing off with another huge executive in the industry was Lil Mama. Lil Mama's career took a devastating turn after a single impulsive decision. At just 19, she made a mistake that would cost her everything. During the 2009 MTV VMAs, as Jay-Z and Alicia Keys performed Empire State of Mind, Lil Mama, feeling a deep connection as a New Yorker, rushed the stage uninvited. Beyoncé even tried to stop her, but she made it up there, acting as if she were part of the performance. Jay-Z, shocked but composed, subtly tapped her leg as a sign to leave, but she ignored him, even posing with the artists at the end. Jay-Z was visibly upset by what Lil Mama had just done. Though the incident was overshadowed by Kanye West's infamous interruption of Taylor Swift earlier that night, Jay-Z was furious backstage, reportedly lashing out at MTV producers until Beyoncé calmed him down. When Lil Mama realized how badly she had screwed up, she apologized the next day, but the damage was already done. Jay-Z later admitted he was angry, but understood her excitement. Yet behind the scenes, Lil Mama's career spiraled. She was booed on stage at multiple performances, mocked on radio shows until she broke down, and reached a point where she was constantly apologizing on every platform she appeared on. Many believe that Jay-Z, given his immense power in the music industry, played a role in her downfall and that he blackballed her from the industry to some degree. In the years that followed, she transitioned into acting, where she found more stability. Although Lil Mama never confirmed that Jay-Z was responsible for her downfall, Tory Lanez's father boldly accused the billionaire of being involved in his son's imprisonment, also alleging that Megan set his son up.
And the whole wicked system of Rock Nation, including you, Jay-Z. You who say you rose from the gutter, but you have traded and bartered the souls of young men, and you're still doing it.
But let us first go back to where it all started. On July 12, 2020, Megan, Tory Lanez, and Kelsey attended a party at Kylie Jenner's house. As the party was winding down, Megan suggested they leave, but Tory insisted on staying, which led to an argument. Eventually, Megan left with Kelsey. After some time, Megan realized she had left her slippers at Kylie's place. When she returned to pick them up, she caught Tory flirting with Kylie, but Kylie wasn't interested. This sparked even a bigger argument that resulted in both of them being kicked out by Kylie. Tensions escalated in the car when Kelsey realized Megan had secretly been involved with Tory, despite introducing him to her. The revelation turned their argument into a full-blown fight. An eyewitness later claimed he saw Kelsey attacking Megan, though accounts of that night remain inconsistent. Megan stated that as she walked away from the car, she heard someone say, "Dance, bit," before being shot in the foot. She claimed Tory ran over and started apologizing. When police arrived, Megan initially said she had cut her foot on glass to avoid further trouble with the cops. Despite this, Tory was still arrested for possessing an unregistered firearm but was later released on bail. Days later, Megan publicly accused him of shooting her. Tory remained silent at first, but later responded through his music, denying any involvement. "Megan, people trying to frame me. How the f you get shot in your foot? Don't hit no bones or tendons." Despite Tory being favored in the court of public opinion, the jury ruled against him, finding him guilty of 3 felony charges: assault with a semi-automatic firearm, carrying a loaded, unregistered firearm in a vehicle, and discharging a firearm with gross negligence. He was sentenced to 10 years in prison, a devastating blow to his career. By the time he's released, it's almost certain he won't regain the massive following he once had. Unlike most careers that are ruined through battles and backstabbing, Nicki Minaj destroyed Lil Kim's career while also paying homage to her at the same time. Lil Kim was the biggest female rapper of the late 90s and early 2000s, but by the late 2000s, her career was slowing down, just as Nicki Minaj's was taking off. Kim claimed that Nicki's signature style was originally hers, saying she had sent a record to Slim at Young Money, only for them to steal her flow and give it to Nicki. While she wasn't initially bothered, she felt disrespected by Nicki's lack of proper acknowledgement. Though Nicki did pay homage several times, Kim saw it as insincere, especially when Nicki followed up with lines like, "If there's anyone that can fill Lil Kim's shoes, that's definitely me." By 2010, their feud was in full swing. Nicki threw subliminal shots in songs and interviews without mentioning Kim's name, while Kim was more direct, calling Nicki out and even going after figures like Diddy and Drake for supporting her. That approach backfired, as many felt Kim was bitter, while Nicki remained respectful on the surface. Nicki's Roman's Revenge took clear jabs at Kim, though she denied it when asked. In response, Kim dropped the Black Friday mixtape, firing back with diss tracks. Nicki escalated things with Stupid Ho, where she even debunked Kim's false album sales. Despite this, she continued to mention Kim positively in interviews, but in a way that felt more like mockery than respect. In 2014, Nicki's verse on Beyoncé's Flawless remix, where she crowned herself the queen of rap, pushed Kim over the edge. She remixed the track and altered the cover art to remove Nicki's face, making their feud even more bizarre. By the time their beef began, Kim's career was already declining. However, instead of regaining relevance, the feud only damaged her further, while Nicki kept winning. As Kim faded from the spotlight, she aligned herself with other female rappers beefing with Nicki, including Remy Ma and Cardi B, but it did nothing to revive her career. While she may have naturally declined over time, Nicki constantly taking shots while acting cool in public definitely played a major role in Kim's downfall.